Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett, and my hands is G.I. Joe number 4, part of the Energon universe. G.I. Joe has been rocking it. The Energon universe as a whole has been rocking it. The series is a hell of a lot of fun. It's written by Joshua Williamson, art by Tom Reilly, Jordie Bellaire is the colorist, Rus Wooton is the letterer. Alright, so I grew up, in the 80s and 90s, born in the 70s. So I was part of that awesome age of amazing Saturday morning cartoons and cartoons after school. Two that I loved was G.I. Joe and Transformers. Those were like the two that I had to watch. Eventually Batman the Animated Series went on that, but when it came down to it in the 80s, it was Transformers and G.I. Joe for me. All the rest, I watched a lot, but it was really those two. So, I'm excited to always see new takes on the classic property. I'm always excited to see where things go. And as a whole, I think the Energon universe has been doing a great job. It's been taking a very familiar concepts, very familiar characters, and mixing things up. So we have this G.I. Joe team that's very early in its formation, and it's not quite the cohesive group that we've seen from the cartoons. Duke is leading, but we've got like a new member named Risk. We've got members already killed. There's shocking members like Baroness, but they're going up against a newly formed Cobra. This Cobra is an interesting alliance between Cobra Commander, Destro, and then the Tomax and Zaymot, the twins, the Crimson Twins, creating this, quite what you would call it. It's an interesting group. So the latest mission is to go and kidnap this doctor who clearly has like a mind control machine. G.I. Joe is attempting to protect him, and as I said, things aren't going well for them, like really not going well for them. They're kind of getting their butts kicked a lot. They've been getting their butts kicked pretty much the entire series so far. And this issue is no different than that. Like, we get to still see a G.I. Joe team that's, it's the team that's familiar. It's just not quite the cohesive, like, really strong fighting unit that we knew in the cartoon and the comics, earlier comics. They're great. They're new. They don't quite get along all that well. But what's great also is the action is the issue's full of action. Like, the things I love, like, I think the action's great. The characters are the classic characters, and the interactions are fantastic. And I actually love this first arc of Cobra going after like a mind machine. It's very old school to me. This whole, like, we're gonna create this really crazy over the top concept and plan for world domination, and that's what they've got going. Like, it really does remind me of that like, hey, we're going to create a weather control machine. Or something. It's very classic, and I think that's what's great about this series and all the Energon stuff as a whole, is it does take very familiar characters, familiar concepts, and very, like, even familiar storylines, and mix them up in new ways that I think are interesting and keep readers on their toes. As I said, I really dig the art. I like the action on this. It's solid stuff. All the characters are very, very familiar. It's just, there's something really solid about it. It's even like the Real American Hero series. It's just like, it's like coming home in some ways. I'm liking the series. I clearly really like the series. I mean, if you were an old school G.I. Joe fan like myself, it's one to go check out, and if you especially like Transformers, I think, like, you really, really, really need to check it out. And then just dive into the Energon universe, man. It's some awesome stuff. You can go get this issue. It is out in comic shops. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code and tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage by doing that. You help support our site, so thank you. But just watch our video, support us as always, so thank you for that. If you are into comics, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.